All right, everybody, welcome in. We're diving into something pretty wild today.
Yeah, should be a fun one.
We're talking AI and creativity and
A lot of questions there.
definitely lots of questions. We're using this article here, AI versus human creativity. Who wins?
Catchy title.
It is. It really is. So we're going to figure out where AI is at right now in the creative world.
And, I mean,
And what does it all mean for us? For artists?
yeah, what does it mean for,
Yeah.
humans?
Yeah.
Like, where do we fit in?
Right.
And I think what's so interesting is, like, AI is already kind of everywhere.
It is.
If you look at, like, music or art
Well,
or
writing.
writing, it's already there.
It's already happening.
And I think the question now isn't, like, can AI be creative?
Right.
But, like, how is its presence changing our whole idea of what creativity is?
I like that. And that's what's cool about this article. It doesn't just talk
Yeah.
about the idea of it. It actually talks about
It gets into the nitty gritty.
the tools. Like, how are these tools actually being used?
Right.
So, like, in music, for example, there are these algorithms now
Mm-hmm.
that can analyze, like, tons and tons of music, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
huge data sets of music that's already out there.
Right.
And then use that
To create new stuff.
to come up with melodies, to come up with harmonies. Like, they can even generate, like, whole musical scores.
It's mind-blowing.
It's wild.
But then I think, this is where it gets kind of interesting. Like, how does an AI actually, like, understand the emotion in music?
Right.
What makes a song, like, really connect with us?
Yeah.
Is it really expressing emotion, or is it just, like, really good
Like mimicking patterns.
mimicking? Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, it's learned all these patterns, and it's, like, spitting them back out.
Right, right.
But is there, like, real emotion there?
Yeah. And that's where I think this whole debate
Gets, like, really complicated.
gets really, tricky. Because the article even talks about how, like, AI, it can make some really impressive stuff, technically.
Sure, yeah. That could be technically brilliant.
Yeah. But a lot of times it just doesn't have that
Soul.
that
Soul.
that depth,
Yeah.
that, human connection.
And, like, raw emotional depth.
Right. That we think of when we think of human creativity. Like,
Yeah.
it can make a catchy pop song.
Yes,
Sure.
totally.
But can it make you feel the way, like, a blues ballad does?
Ooh.
Or, like, the joy of, like, a real celebratory anthem, you know?
Yeah.
Like, those really deep emotions.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like AI can quite capture that yet.
So then where does that leave, like, the actual human artists?
Right, right.
What about us?
Are we all going to be out of a job?
Yeah, exactly. Are we all going to be replaced by robots?
Exactly.
And I think a lot of people are worried about that. But, I think this article makes a really good point.
Right.
Like, instead of thinking of AI as competition, what if we thought of it as a partner?
Ooh, okay, I like that. Yeah.
What if, like, an artist could use AI to brainstorm ideas
Yeah.
or to, like, experiment with new sounds?
Explore things they hadn't thought of.
Exactly. Or, like, to visualize things in new ways.
Oh, that's cool.
It's like having,
Like a super-powered assistant
yes, a super fast, super tireless assistant.
who can just, like, work all night.
Exactly.
Never complain.
Yeah, and just, like, helps you push your creative boundaries further.
Yeah.
It's not about replacing human artists. It's about
Amplifying.
amplifying, exactly, making them even better.
I like that.
And I think that's really the key here.
Yeah.
The future of creativity isn't about choosing between AI or human.
It's about both.
It's about both.
Yeah.
It's about figuring out how they can work together.
How to integrate them.
Exactly. And I think we're just
at the beginning of that.
we're just scratching the surface here.
Yeah.
There's so much potential.
That's what makes it so fascinating.
Yeah.
Like, it really feels like we're at the start of
It's a creative revolution.
a creative revolution.
Yeah.
And it's like it's up to us to figure out,
What we do with it.
what we do with it. Exactly.
So I guess, like, the big question is, where do we go from here?
Yeah.
How does this, like, relationship between AI and human creativity evolve?
Right.
Is AI always going to be a tool, or will it, like, develop its own sense of creativity?
Its own thing.
Its own thing, yeah. What will it even mean to be creative
In that world.
in that world where AI is, like, everywhere?
So many questions.
So many questions. And I think, this deep dive, it's really just the starting point.
Yeah, we've just scratched the surface here.
Yeah, it's up to you to keep exploring.
Yeah,
Think about it. What do you think the future holds?
exactly. And we'll see you next time for another deep dive.
See?
Bye.